This will hopefully be just a quick video clarifying some of the things I said in yesterday's video. There was a live stream that clarified a lot of the kind of questions or worries I raised in that video, and I just wanted to make sure that I didn't go spreading any misinformation, especially when there's good information out there that could have easily answered those questions before I made that video. A huge thanks to anybody in the comments who immediately called this out and brought it to my attention. Admittedly, I'm trying to find a way to make videos a little bit faster because I don't upload as often as I'd like to, and unfortunately that was the result. That's not an excuse, it's more of an explanation, and I will try to find a balance between the two moving forward. So in this video, I just want to go over a couple of those points that I raised and go ahead and give you the live stream response to those questions that I had. A lot of the questions that I and others had about the PTS can be summarized with this one clip.
Now, PTS for Unchained is on the same environment that PTS for Legacy is on. And what I mean when I say environment, North America is an environment, Europe is an environment, PTS is an environment. Those are the three environments that we support. Now, with the Unchained PTS being on the Legacy PTS environment, there's some weird hybrid issues that we have to work through. For example, some people were getting credits on Unchained PTS because they had PTS on the live service for the free-to-play version. The way it works is the previous PTS, the Legacy PTS, inherits all of its settings, whether it's patron status or credits or whatever, from the live service, and it's replicated over to that environment. Since the Unchained version doesn't have an equivalent live environment yet, there's nothing to inherit from. So that's why you guys had to bear with us earlier this week while we mass granted a patron to everybody, because of course on Unchained, anybody who plays is a patron. Why there's some still residual credit issues, why you're getting loyalty tokens on the Unchained version when no loyalty tokens will exist. It's just, it's because it's a mishmash of that hybridized environment. It's definitely not optimal. We would do it differently if we could, but we're currently in the situation where we're trying to make it work.
So basically, the ArcheAge PTS is sort of tie-in to the Legacy version, and so there's a little bit of carryover between both of those game environments, and that's why you still see some of the features that are only going to be in the Legacy version of the game. My biggest concern around the cosmetic items is that some of them had stats, but they went ahead and said this.
Some people noticed that there were tradable items in the premium pass, or some of the costumes gave like 1,000 cooking proficiency. That's unintended. The costumes in the premium arc pass should follow the same concept that we have for them in the store. So that was unintended.
So it looks like that was completely unintentional, and we can plan on cosmetic items being just that when the game launches. In a previous live stream, when they were covering the Arc Pass itself and showing us an example, there were a ton of Gilda stars available for the Premium Pass, and they made it sound like this might change, but it's actually not going to change.
I mean, to me, personally, I feel like the free pass is completely fine. Obviously, there is a lot of Gilda stars in that, which will actually help you out to get your first ship, to get your first house. But still, that's on the premium track of the free Arc Pass, so everyone can actually have it, and that's why I actually like it. Are the Gilda stars going to be also on the ArcheAge Unchained release version?
Yes.
And I agree with the points that they raised here. Gilda stars do have value, and you can use these for things like player housing or getting your ship. Some other things that I didn't talk about in that previous video, but I do think are good to note while we're talking about it in this video anyway. It looks like there's only going to be about 2 character slots that you'll have at launch, and there are currently no methods of purchasing more character slots, so just make sure that you put that extra love and time into creating your character because you'll probably be playing it for a while. Also, as far as the PTS Arc Pass is concerned, it is kind of a longer grind to rank up that Arc Pass, but it looks like they've looked into this and they're going to be making some changes here as well.
Huge topic here. People have been talking about daily gating of the Arc Pass, that they can only complete so many quests for each day, and that puts a lot of pressure on logging in daily and completing those chores daily. So we brought that to Excel. We had a great conversation with them last night. Tynan worked directly with the design team. And the general solution that we're approaching now is it's not going to be a daily gate. We're going to relax that to be more of a weekly gate. So there will still be some throttle on the way that you can progress in Arc Pass, but it's going to move to a weekly time period instead of a daily time period, giving you more flexibility to play twice as long on one day and maybe not log in the next day if you have something else going on. Speed at which you earn experience and complete Arc Passes. A lot of people were saying, it's too slow. It's going to be challenging, especially with the daily gate. We just talked about the daily gate, so that's being relaxed a bit. With the speed of progression, we're also reevaluating it. Something that people might not know is in early iterations of the Arc Pass, if you bought the premium version, you actually got a substantial experience boost. It was a 30% experience boost. But we didn't like the approach to being able to pay to get your way through the free track faster. So we removed that boost. That left us in a situation where it was extremely difficult to progress through the pass, and the experience rates are being reviewed now. Our requests have basically been to lower the completion time by about 20% or even close to 30%. It depends on, what pass you're working on and the level of progress there.
So rather than just the 12 missions per day, kind of making you feel like you have to log in and get those rewards or you're missing out, it'll now be on a weekly cycle, and they are even looking into speeding up how long it takes to actually rank up those ARC passes. Anyway guys, this is pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I just felt really bad posting that video and immediately realizing that I just missed a live stream that would have clarified a lot of what I could have talked about in that original video. Do continue to call me out anytime I say anything that is incorrect or misinformed, and I'll be sure to get that information updated on this channel, all in hopes that we don't spread any misinformation, especially around a game like ArcheAge Unchained that people are already kind of skeptical about. Thank you for watching this or any other one of my videos. I hope you have a super swell day. I am truly sorry for that little bit of misinformation in that previous video, and I'll see you in the next one.